Have you ever noticed how much packaging waste we go through when we have our period? Hey guys, it's Spencer. So I have to admit, I am really into the Save the Turtles movement, and I'm starting to actually pay attention to all the single-use plastic that I'm using every single day. I found this amazing National Geographic article, and it says that every woman uses between 5 and 15,000 pads and tampons in their lifetime, the majority of which will end up in landfills as plastic waste. So this got me wondering. Now, I've tried menstrual cups before and they didn't work for me. But lately I've seen a lot of advertising for period underwear. Now, could they be a cheaper and more sustainable alternative to pads and tampons? I want to put a few brands to the test and see if they work. I mean, what makes period underwear even possible?
Well, it's interesting because the fabrics that are in period-proof underwear have actually been around for a long time. It just took a number of savvy and innovative entrepreneurs to apply the technology to women's health. So the best metaphor that I can think of is kitty litter that clumps. So kitty litter that clumps stores liquids in a solid so that you can scoop it out easily. Period-proof underwear is essentially doing the same thing with your blood. It's storing that liquid moisture inside until you saturate it later, and then it'll rinse out. Now, I will say every brand has a different construction, and so they're not all gonna work exactly the same. Look for discount codes and coupons and make sure that you take care of them really well because they're more expensive than traditional underwear. Good luck with your research.
A quick search and it was clear there was a lot of companies selling these. Basically, wearing these eliminates the need for pads or tampons. I decided on these three. Knixteen, the sleepover shorts. Moondog, the Moondog Basic. Lunapads, the Maya Bikini. Okay guys, it is kicking in. I just spent almost $100 on 3 pairs of underwear. I mean, they are special, and if they cancel out pads and tampons, they could be worth it. But let's try this out. It kind of feels like a swimsuit. You can kind of see like a little pad here. They kind of just feel like spandex shorts. Like, I don't feel like it has any protection. That's why I'm so scared, and I'm going to school right now. Oh my gosh. So I've had them on from 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock now, and it's really strange because I was really skeptical, but it's holding up pretty good. Okay, so these underwear look a lot more like regular underwear, and the pad on this actually feels thinner than the other one. So that fears me a lot. Okay guys, so I am now on hour 6 with the Moondog underwear on. They're holding up pretty good. It doesn't feel like a diaper, but I wanna say like they don't hold as much, or like I don't feel as secure as I did in the other ones from yesterday. The other ones felt like a sporty material, but this is cotton. And then they already have like that big absorbent pad. And then it also comes with like these little flaps, and it came with an extra pad. And then this pad is like washable as well. Okay, so as you can see, my face is really red because I just worked out with the period underwear on, and they held up really good. And I still feel like perfectly fine. I wanna say so far that these are like my favorite pair that I've used, and they feel like the driest and the most comfortable. Okay guys. So I leaked. Oh my gosh. That's like my biggest nightmare. That's everyone's biggest nightmare. So I'm looking back on all that happened. It's time to wrap this up and come to a final conclusion. Are period underwear a cheaper and more sustainable alternative to pads and tampons? I spend on average $12 a month on period tampons, pads, and liners. And period underwear range anywhere from $20 to even more than $40 per pair. And I would need to buy multiple pairs to fully eliminate the need for disposable products. So the upfront cost is more expensive. However, you could be saving more money in the long term. It really depends on how well you take care of your period underwear. And what about packaging waste? There definitely isn't as much disposable waste with period underwear as there is with tampons and pads, but there is a need to use a lot more water. So when you're washing and drying your period underwear, it takes a lot of water and a lot of time. And which brand of period underwear did I like the best? Well, they all came with pros and cons, so I had to rely on a ranking system. Let's look at design, performance, comfort, and price. As you can see, Knixteen came in second. Now, I really like this boy short style because they covered a lot more area. However, they were the most expensive of the bunch, so Moondog came in first because the comfort and the price was the best. Plus, they were the ones that felt and looked the most like everyday underwear. And Lunapads came in last, but not by much. I really like the design of these underwear, and the replaceable insert is a great idea. However, they weren't the greatest for leaks or odor. Okay, so I like period underwear for comfort and sustainability. Period. Except they weren't very convenient, especially while I was at school. Here is my final verdict. I would invest in period underwears for my light flow days and sleeping at night. Now, if I do that, I'll be able to slightly reduce the amount of tampons and pads I'm purchasing. And that might make a teeny tiny difference in the amount of plastic waste that I'm generating. And hey, the more we talk about stuff like this, the better it is for all of us, right?